rethinking the practice of teacher professionalism. With the passage of time, the things and the concepts and the practices are getting changed, and the change also varies from society to society and country to country. Uh, it depends how the advance is that country or the nation, and so is the level of the change and level of the developments in that country or in that concept or in that field. So, since today we are discussing the rethinking the practice of teacher professionalism, we will be sharing the example of Australia and the universal practices and the new concepts that are coming up throughout the world. Basically, we should see that there are important factors for the rethinking about the managerial aspects of the teacher professional. They are the clarity and consistency and coherence, as well as values, principles, and assumptions that underpin them. As far as rethinking of the practice of teacher professionalism is concerned, that the standards that we discussed, the areas that we discussed, they are further examined in terms of fitness of the purpose. It means what is the purpose, how these principles get fit into that situation, and the establishment, how these things are established and these things are workable. And thirdly is formation, how things are formed, how concepts are formed, how practices are formed, and then accountability and transparency which they entails. Because for these concepts or the principles, the basic principles become accountability and the transparency of each aspect or each principle. There is a new public management and reforms of the public sector concept, and in every field of the life in the new era or with the new age, the concept of the commercialization is coming up. It means what is the utility of that concept, that practice, that thing in the market, and what is the marketability, what is the return of that concept, that value, that practice. So the assumptions of that commercial approaches is traditional structures, procedures, and services are inefficient. This is one of the concepts or the assumption. There is a generic set of the skills that called management that are needed, that are compulsory to be incorporated or they carried forward along with. And then thirdly, the private enterprise management approaches are superior to other alternatives. Privatizations and commercializations, as we discussed already, as I indicated, as far as commercialization concept is concerned, privatization is there. So these commercialization and the privatization concept give the change or the new concepts, make new concepts in the professionalism. And managerial and structural reforms guarantee vision to practice. These are again important. The managerial and structural reforms and government services can be quantified for accountability purposes. We have to see the context of rethinking teacher professionalism in Australia. As far as the teaching practices or the professionalism is concerned, advanced countries are far ahead and they are very, very, very serious and keen to adopt or to explore the new avenues of the professionalism, and with the exploration of the invention of the new concepts, creation of the new concept, immediately they adopt and practice in the daily everyday life. And though Australia is one of them, one of the advanced countries in terms of the technology, as well as all fields of the life about new practices and the new concepts. the context of the rethinking teacher professionalism Australia, it involves or it envisages that all those uh, involved in education negotiating meanings and processes in order to engage teachers in the broad prospects of the teacher professionalism. An examination of Australian policy document at federal level and the state level takes place, and which reveals two versions of the teacher professionalism. This is important that in Australia there are two versions of teacher professionalism. Number one, managerial professionalism, and other one is democratic professionalism. Managerial means bureaucratic or hierarchical aspects that make professionalism, that implement concepts of the professionalism, how professionalism is created, how professionalism is developed, how professionalism is evaluated. And the other one is democratic professionalism. It means what are the contribution of those stakeholders like teachers, students, societies in shaping, reshaping, rethinking the professionalism. As far as managerial concept is concerned, there are two consequences in this one. That's the reform initiatives such as organizational change. For the managerial professionalism, organizational change is fundamental. It's imperative for the teachers and schools to be more accountable. The professionalism and the managerial aspect requires that the teacher should be accountable, and the accountability make the teachers more professional, and the system to be more efficient and economic in their activities. Kellerick in 1995 suggested two themes that underpin the new managerialism. One is universalism and other is isomorphism. And the other one is democratic professionalism. We discussed already managerial professionalism, and other one is democratic professionalism. As I already explained the concept that those different stakeholders, when it depends on them, what are their concepts, what is their knowledge, what is their practices, and how their decisions, their practices are included, that makes the professionalism effective, or the new image of the professionalism, or rethinking of the professionalism. And there's a core of democratic professionalism. It puts emphasis on the collaborative and cooperative actions, collaborative and cooperative actions between teachers and educational stakeholders. If there is a platform of rethinking practice of the teacher professionalism, yes, there is platform. School is a platform, society is the platform, teacher training institutions are the platform, accreditation councils are the platforms, and there are 5 elements that contributes in this regard. That are learning, participation, collaboration, cooperation, and activism. Learning, that makes how the change is taking place and how change is effective. And a participation, it depends upon the social relationship and the participation in the schools, of the schools, in the schools, etc., of the teachers, students, and the community. Collaboration, internal collaboration and external collaboration within the institution and outside the institution. Cooperation, how the teachers are encouraged to work with their peers, this is cooperation. And activism, how the teachers take actions, take initiatives of their activities, of their work. On the basis of this discussion, we can conclude that a new public sector reform agenda gave rise to a variety of the education discourse. Discourse about professionalism, discourse about accountability, discourse about hierarchy, discourse about managerialism, etc. And that informed educational policy and teacher practice. And the basis, these give directions, or these give guiding lines to policy making and the teacher practices to the teacher trainings in the teacher training institutions. And the current educational practices have given rise to 2 forms of the teacher professionalism. That is managerial professionalism and democratic professionalism.